making it his own. Our next bike is from the performance category. Best performance bike of the day is bike number 26, Wyatt Harwood with his 1978 Honda SB400T. I couldn't have said that name too wrong, right? Wyatt? Oh, here he comes. Okay, so Wyatt's description says 900 RR front end, overboard head, custom frame, 73 tank and seat, custom wiring, 75 rear end. So it says on here Spearfish, South Dakota. So will you build a bike for the canyons?
It's for the canyons.
But it looks like a hell of a lot of fun to ride. How old are you?
I'm 25. I built that with my dad when I was 16.
Oh, right on, man. That's great. 25 still. Young guys are killing it out here today. That's a great bike. Picture first.
Can he have the plaque? Wyatt, you want your plaque?
So, the instructions are ride your bike up, hold up your plaque, get a picture. No, right on. That's even better. So while he pulls away, I'm going to remind you guys, when you see that there's a garage build show going on, whether it's here in Sturgis again next year, in Daytona, wherever around the country you might see this, tell your friends and your neighbors about it. This is a place to come out and get credit for those months of putting your head to the grindstone and getting this stuff done. These guys appreciate that hard work. Next prize is for Bobber, best Bobber of the day. Bike number 32, Stacy McCleary with 49/69. Harley Davidson Old Gray. Bike was built from parts in his shed. And I actually knew a little more about this story. Is Stacy here? Here he comes. So Stacy, I first met him with this motorcycle. God, it had to be 4 years ago, maybe 2 years ago. 4 years, yeah. And I love the bike so much. I'm a shovelhead guy. Pennsylvania, there's nothing like a shovelhead in a cool fall night. Nothing like it. So I saw this bike. And I was all over it, and I said, man, I really want to shoot that for the magazine. He said, well, it's just a parts bike. I built it so my wife had something to ride out of it. You know, stuff I had laying around the shop. He said, come see my real bike. Stay, you're going to get a trophy. Go ahead and get your picture. So, Stacy, tell everybody about your garage back home.
My garage back home is not much bigger than a one-car garage, but I got a carport and I do all my paint work in the backyard. These stakes and stuff hung off clothesline. That's how I painted them. So I work all over, but I have a very small shop.
Now, a year or so, I lose track of time. I'm getting old. They sent me one of those cards in the mail this year. I can't get over that. But Stacy was actually invited to Michael Lichter's show that was for the I don't want to say amateurs.
Passion build.
Yeah, it was called Passion Built. It was for people who don't make a living building motorcycles, but they love doing it. When you see the work that Stacy does here, and a lot of the garage builders, I got to give credit for, like that, hanging up the, tins in the backyard and painting them and stuff, you would never know that. You would never know the level of execution that some of you guys get, that's the stuff that goes on. And that's coming right out of the heart, man. That's why, glad to give you this award today. Thank you.
He's so freaking cute.
There he goes, ladies and gentlemen, the California cowboy riding off into the motorcycle sunset. Next award up is for Chopper. Oh. Now, I just said all that good stuff about how great you were at building this thing. All right. Next award is for Chopper. Best chopper of the day was bike number 12, Brad Hasselbrook, with his 1948 Harley Panhead. Now, Brad said he built this for a gentleman in 2009 who said he would never sell it. Sold it to him in 2016. Redid last year. Custom paint job by him, candy black with custom pinstriping. You can almost not go wrong with a motorcycle like this. You would have to go out of your way to screw something up bad enough to make it look bad. That's class all day long. Congratulations, man. Tell everybody about the place where you do your stuff for these motorcycles.
Sioux City, Iowa, with the Sioux City group over there. I do this in the wintertime for a lot of people. They drop shit off, I put it together. It comes in looking like something, comes out looking badass. I do it for fun.
Right on, man. And you guys, that's where you're all from, Sioux City? Oh, over here. But where are you guys from? Huh? Washington. I'm coming over here and ask you.
Keystone.
Keystone. I'm going to look to go drinking with you later on because it's the middle of the afternoon. You're already raising hell. All right, next award is for Best American Custom. Bike number 18, Jeremy Hansen, 79 Harley FXEF. Now, I love this because, like I told you guys, shovelheads are dear to my heart. And on this guy's description, he said, because it's a shovel. Mike, up right there, because it's a shovel. That's all I gotta say, man. It's a shovel head. Now, for me, coming to motorcycle rallies for so long, there was a fine crossover point between a bike that was cool and custom, and that you could still put what they call high miles on. It was a high miler, and it was a bike that looked like this. So it was crazy with custom, and you could still look up and split. Where, Taylor Falls, Minnesota, where do you do your work? What kind of garage you got?
Just do it myself. It was, actually, I got it. My buddy's uncle was his bike originally. He passed away, and his aunt wouldn't let go of the bike, and she said, well, she let it go to me, so I took it. Made it what it is. Just it's a shovel. Yeah, I love shovels. I got 3 of them, so.
Right on. Carrying the torch, keeping somebody's memory alive. Give it up for him, man. That's great. It's amazing how these machines carry people's memories and their stories and the legacy of families. And you know, that's what the outside public right now that are telling the stories about how we're reckless and we're here and we're irresponsible. They don't understand how important this is to us. They don't understand that this is about our freedom, our survival, our families. This is more than just us coming here to raise hell and have a party. You know, this is a thing that goes back for hundreds of years in this part of the country where people took chances to have a better life. In the name of freedom, if you see a military veteran tonight or someone that's actively in the service, you buy that person a drink because they're responsible for you being able to make that choice today in this country. Thank you very much to our vets. All right, next up, best antique of the day, bike number 22, John Moore with his 1949 Harley Panhead. Bike's nickname is not appropriate for polite conversation in the afternoon. But we'll just say that it's a superlative that is frequently heard when a gentleman kickstarts a motorcycle too many times in a row and can't get it to fire over. So this is the kind of thing that I'm telling you about with my friends here at Dennis that are doing this stuff for garage build, and the stories that are in these machines. John tells us this was his brother's bike who died of cancer before he could build it, so he did it for him. Tried to stay old school as much as possible. Put your hands together for me. Tell me how he did. Hell of a job. Congratulations, man. All right, one of my favorites up next, Daily Rider. Best Daily Rider of the day goes to bike number 14, Dylan Swenson, with his 2002 Kawasaki Vulcan 800 Classic, Mad Midnight. So this bike was a complete teardown, fabricated, rear fender, sissy bar, Dynafork gators, HD Sportster switches and levers, all new electrical and lighting, new built rail bars, motor floorboards, custom seat, purpose built to ride the hell out of it and be able to go anywhere at any time, like any rowdy young man should. This is the thing we want to talk about, though. I want you to tell the people the quote that you gave me about buying a new part for your bike, something that you can't make yourself. Huh? He said, yeah, man, I do as much as I can to my motorcycle because it kills me to just have to buy something. So he said, if I buy something like those floorboards, as soon as I buy it, I'm going to do something to them. And he gave me the whole plan. He said, those things are brand new. I'm going to do this. It's awesome. How old are you, boss?
24 years old.
24 years old. What part of the country you come from?
Southern Utah.
Southern Utah.
I built this in 30 days.
And rode it here.
Miles.
Right on. Give it up for him. Built the bike in 30 days, rode it to Sturgis, gets a trophy for Daily Rider. That's awesome.
Woo! He's the winner!
All this shit for me.
Okay. Okay, so that brings us to Best of Show. And before we get on with this, because I know you guys are anxious to get out there and see everything that South Dakota has to offer you in this part of the country, if you haven't been anywhere but the epicenter of the rally, do yourself a favor, schedule some time and go riding. There is nothing like this part of the country. Beautiful, beautiful scenery, the canyons, the monuments, the history that's out there. It's all waiting for you. All this stuff will be here when you get back. It doesn't hurt to go away for a little bit and come back. One more time, I want to thank everybody at the Iron Horse, because consider this. If the people that own establishments like this, the Iron Horse specifically, they went through absolute hell to juggle events, change plans, move things around. Who can be here? Who can't work? They still made sure that those gates were going to be open and you guys were going to have a place to home base from. So put your hands together and thank everybody here at the Iron Horse for making this happen for us. Incredible people, man. The stress that goes on behind this in a regular year, you can't imagine. The stuff that they've been dealing with for the last 6 months, and not even knowing if the rally was going to go on. Weeks out from this, waiting to see, holding your breath. Do I have enough of this? Do I have too much? It's a calculated risk you got to take just to be in business in this town, and they made sure that they were here. So it's awesome. Can't thank them enough for that. Dennis Kirk again. If you chance later on, go check out their site. They have a whole garage build section. You can read stories of different builders, the inspiration behind this. Keep an eye on what they're doing so that the next time there's a garage build show, you guys know it. Thank you, Dennis Kirk, for putting this on for us and helping us keep the tradition of two guys over a beer in a garage talking about the world's perfect motorcycle alive. Dennis Kirk. Now, ladies and gentlemen, your best of show 2020, the 80th anniversary of Sturgis. Dennis Kirk, Iron Horse Saloon, Garage Build Bike Show. Bike number 25, Tom Scott with his 1939 Harley Davidson Flathead Chopper, Old Black Betty. Tom says he built this bike for his wife to ride. Got the frame from a friend, started building it from scratch. Built the engine, which he got the power parts, made the mounts, installed a 4-speed shovelhead tranny, adapted a BDL belt drive. Really enjoyed building this bike, enjoyed it more every time I ride with her. That's a hell of a story, man, awesome. And now my wife heard me tell the whole world that story. Thank you so much, Tom, that's just wonderful.
You said you'd put it under your watch.
Well, you know, this is what I'm saying, Tom, is a Suzuki Savage is just not going to cut it now. I think every other man that here in the house that's married, whose wife is about to launch her motorcycle experience, is going to thank you just like I would. All right, can we get you guys just for the picture of the best of show? Let's all get in a picture for the best of show for the magazine. So we're going to, if Tom's okay with this, we're going to feature this bike in Cycle Source magazine. All right with that? All right. One more time, everybody. Make some noise, Tom, Dennis Kirk, the Iron Horse. Thank you for being here with us all afternoon. I appreciate it. No matter what you do out there, please be safe, be considerate, be kind to each other, but go out and live your life. Don't wait. Go live your life, man. Thank you.